So hello again, this is the video for your chapter 2. We are going to do functions in Excel. What I have opened here is a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. All these pages are known as spreadsheets. MS Excel is a spreadsheet software. A spreadsheet is a very large sheet of rows and columns. So while performing calculations in Excel, we will be using and referring to the different cells. All these boxes which you see here are known as the cells of Excel. Now each cell has a unique cell address. When I'm clicking on these cells, you will see that the value here keeps on changing. This box is known as the name box. So if you see here, it's written D6. By D6 we mean that this box which is highlighted has the cell address of D, which is the column, and C, which is the row. So its specific cell address is D6. If I click on another box in the same column, it changes to D9, and the row and the column have been highlighted. So you can see the address this time is D9. So anywhere, whenever you're clicking, you will see it will keep on changing. This address keeps on changing. This shows that every cell in the Excel spreadsheet has a very unique cell address, and there will not be any duplicate or a second cell with the same cell address. So every cell is different and unique. A cell, the definition of cell is, the cell is an intersection of rows and columns. So it is an intersection of rows and columns. It is a place where the row and the column is meeting. All these alphabets, they denote the columns. These are the columns A, B, C, D, E, F, and they keep on going. We have a very long list of columns. I will show you the last column also, but then for now let's see, these A, B, C, D alphabets are the columns, whereas the rows are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So the first cell in Excel spreadsheet is A1. This is the first cell. The value of the cell address of the first cell is A1. If you want to know how many rows are there in Excel, you just have to click Control and the down key, and it will take you to the last cell of this row. The column is A, and the row is, let's say it is 1,048,576. So there are 1,048,576 rows in one Excel sheet. In one spreadsheet there are 1,048,576 rows. Now if you again click on Control and the right arrow key, it will take you to the last column of the spreadsheet, and it would also be the last cell of the spreadsheet. So let's click and see. So we click here, XFD 1,048,576 is the last cell in an Excel spreadsheet. So this was just a curiosity fact. So if you want to go back again, you just have to press Control up key and then the Control and left key, which will take you to the very beginning of the spreadsheet. Now let's look into the different kinds of cell addresses. Now since we are going to work with the cell addresses are of three kinds. The first one is relative cell address. Second is the first one is relative cell reference. Second is absolute cell reference, and the third is mixed cell reference. When we're talking about the cell reference, it indicates how we are going to use that cell and its address. So cell reference that adjusts itself when the cell is copied are called relative cells. For example, C9, D9, these are very simple addresses. See, C9, it gives you C, and here it is 9, C9. If you move along, then it gives D9. This is a simple relative cell reference. Whereas you have absolute cell reference, where if I'm clicking on this cell, it is giving me the cell address is K7, K7, but the reference is $K, $7. Why? Why is it $K, $7? See, when we're using it in a formula, sometimes we put a dollar symbol when added in front of the row and column number makes it absolute. That is, it stops the row and column number from changing when copied to the other cells. You may not be able to understand this now, but soon when we are doing the examples, we will be doing this in detail, and then you will be able to understand it better. In a mixed cell reference, the dollar is placed in front of either the column, see here, it is only in front of the alphabets, $N9 and $O9, or it can be in front of only the row like Q, $8. So it is a mixed cell reference. Again, as I'm telling you, we will go into detail later on, where you will be able to understand this better. For now, let's move on.